In this video, we're going to talk about how to calculate watts, amps, and volts. In the last video, we talked about what those three things meant. In this one, we're going to figure out how to calculate them. If you remember the last video, I talked about watts equal volts times amps, also known as the West Virginia formula, because watts times volts, watts equals volts times amps looks like West Virginia. So that's how we'll find that. We'll talk about that in a second. However, you can take this same formula here and flip it around much like you do in algebra and figure out how to find volts and how to find amps. So to change it, to find volts, we'll move it around, so that will end up being volts equal watts divided by amps. And then if we ever want to find amps, we switch it around again one more time and do amps equal wattage divided by volts. So we can play around with those. That's the simple formulas. They're in the video. Refer back to it when you need it. But here is a simple equation example. So the question could be, how many watts would be consumed by a 5 amp motor that's running on 120 volts? Think of it maybe as, I don't know, a blender or something in your kitchen. So it's a 5 amp motor and you've plugged it into a 120 volt socket. So put that up. First we're trying to find wattage. So we use the original West Virginia formula. So watts equal volts times amps. So we move that over one more. So now we have W equals 120 times 5, or volts, times our amps, and that'll equal 600 watts. In sum, that 5 amp motor running on a 120 volt circuit, volts, we use up 600 watts. There's the three formulas. We talked about them. I'll put them up here again towards the end. Feel free to review back this video and review them as the need arises. Hope this works out.